Welcome to this edition of Spotlight. We are at the Gerner Family Early Education Center with coordinator Rachel Ward. And Rachel, dozens of students in our district learn and communicate more effectively thanks to assistive technology. And that includes students here at the Gerner Center. And that is really a crucial part of ensuring all of our students succeed.
Absolutely. I'm very excited for this spotlight to highlight our use of assistive technology and allowing all students to have a voice in the learning process. We have wonderful staff here at the building to be able to support our students as they learn and grow academically, as well as in their practical life application. And many of our students that utilize devices are able to grow and develop in incredible ways.
Well, in honor of Augmentative and Alternative Communication Awareness Month, why not let some awesome Gerner students, along with their teachers and parents, show and tell us how they're learning to join the conversation as we highlight the Gerner Family Early Education Center.
AAC stands for Augmentative Alternative Communication. And so it's a way for our kids to become more independent in their communication skills. And so even though they may be at that 1 to 2 word level, or maybe their speech is so unintelligible that you can't understand what they're saying, this is a way for them to use communication at a higher level, that they're capable of doing it and make it functional for them to communicate with us at school, at home, in the community.
When you give a student a device, you can't just expect them to automatically know how to communicate right from the beginning. They have to be taught, and they have to be taught the social aspect of it, how to use it interactively with other people, and they have to be taught the vocabulary that's in the system. And one of the ways to do that is just by modeling all of the time the words that you're using, the words that they're doing.
Meal times is really his favorite time to use it because he can get exactly what he wants. And since we've had the talker, it's actually cut down a lot on tantrums and behavior issues because he's able to communicate those needs, which is great.
We've always had like really structured times during the day when it's kind of been, I guess you could say, easy to implement the device. So times like snack or work time, it's kind of easy to put that vocabulary into what they're doing. But now that we're able to do it during large group instruction, we're able to do it during gathering time where the vocabulary is always changing. They're always learning new concepts. We're able to do it during music time where there's all kinds of words that they're learning. So it just broadens that vocabulary and gives them even more exposure to words that they weren't even seeing before.
She can't talk. She said 0 words. So this gives her the platform to be able to say anything. And at first it was not as specific. It was kind of just learning it. So she would like list all the state capitals in order and then play them all through, which is funny. But then she started with like things that she wanted, and that developed to, she would start to talk about her feelings, which was different. So it's more in depth, and then she's more willing to do it willingly. She'll come up and just say, I'm hungry.
One of the biggest misconceptions out there about assistive technology is that the kids will learn to rely on that as opposed to their own voice, and they'll stop wanting to learn to speak. And we've actually seen the opposite is true. It's almost like when you unlock that power that they know that if they communicate, they can get what they want. They can express their own personality.
They're just picking up these things that from modeling that we're also not discreetly teaching them. So I've seen kids who've busted out sentences that you're like, I've never taught them how to use that, and they're using it correctly with correct grammar, correct punctuation. They're using it in the correct setting. So it's really cool to see how they move from something that's very specific and you're doing it in a very structured setting to then eventually being able to just use it spontaneously.
He will use his talker to say something, and then he'll try to say the word, or he'll try to say something and then he'll go to his talker to kind of confirm. So it's really encouraged him to help take risks, whereas before he didn't want to try saying words because he knew they're not going to understand me.
It's amazing. It's amazing. I mean, it's not her voice, but it's her voice. And I can tell that she's less frustrated because she can use that to talk to me. And it's just been the best thing for my husband and me to have that for her to be able to, it helps in every single aspect.
She can build a sentence like no other, and she understands the concepts of how language goes together to make longer utterances. And it's just amazing to think where she's going to be in 5-10 years. She's going to be literate, she's going to be reading, she's going to be writing, she's going to be an effective communicator for life because of the things that have been established here.
We moved here from Texas to be in Park Hills so that she could go to Gerner because it's supposed to be one of the best school districts in the nation.
I'm gonna cry because it's so cool. But there's so many different levels where the kids are, but we have kids leaving here that are reading, that can put things together that are grammatically correct. And that's like that's a kindergarten to first grade kind of skills.
Gerner is amazing. I can't say enough nice things about them. They are kind of his #1 cheerleaders when it comes to using his talker, using his device. Miss Nelson just supports him all the way. You could see in the classroom, it's always supported, it's always integrated. And they've just kind of been our #1 advocates.